Welcome everyone. Welcome to Mother Industrialist live show where we talk about entrepreneurship, parenting, and life. I'm Kenneth, the host. I'm the author of Mother Industrialist, perfecting the balance between motherhood and business success, and I'm also the founder of KC Creative Marketing, where we provide designing services and marketing consulting. And today is episode 22. And today I have this phenomenal lady. But um, like for me, I've just had an awesome retreat over the weekends, and I'm now really charged. Although I was feeling unwell, I was nursing my flu and my cold over the weekend. But I'm so hyped for today's episode because I have this phenomenal lady, and she's the founder of Women Who Werk. She's a mompreneur, and she's also a speaker. She's a mother of a 4-year-old boy. And without further ado, let us welcome Ashton. Hi, Ashton. Hi, hello. How are
Hello. Hi,
you?
everyone. Good morning or good night for some of you because we're
Yeah.
at
Thanks a
international
lot,
shift.
Ashton. Thanks for making time to come onto my show. And really nice to see you again because the last time that we met over video, it was really awesome and a lot of sharing, and that's where you have agreed to be invited as a guest on my Mother Industrial live show. So before we start, there's a tradition which is every guest get to ask a question of the day to the audience and to the next guest. And are you ready to answer the question of the day posted by the previous guest?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Shoot.
awesome.
Go for it.
So the question of the day posted by the previous guest is, if you are already living your passion or life purpose as a business owner, how do you see your role as a parent as part of your passion or work? So give some time to think about it. Do you need me to repeat it again?
Yeah, if you could repeat it
Okay,
one more
it's
time.
pretty long. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
really
the
long.
question of the day is, if you are already living your passion or your life purpose as a business owner, okay, how do you see your role as a parent as part of your passion and work? So got it?
Gotcha. Yeah,
Okay,
got it.
so spend some time to think about it while I go onto Facebook and see if we are live successfully, and I'll come back to you. Okay?
Okay, sounds
Yeah, let me
good.
just see. Let me just check if we are live successfully. Okay, I see. Can see us. Okay, let me see. Okay, I can hear myself. How do you see your role as a parent as part of your passion and work? Okay, I can hear myself. Okay, good. I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, good. Loud and clear. Okay, so Ashton, are you ready with your answer to the question of the day?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So my role as a parent
Hmm.
plays it plays a huge role in how I pursue my passion. It's actually a big part of it. It's actually why I've decided to pursue my passion.
Hmm.
Um, I know that for me, having doing what I love, doing what I enjoy is very important. And for my son to see that is super important because
Hmm.
then he knows that he can go after his passions, that he can do the things that he wants to do in life, and that he can be happy, that he doesn't have to see his mom going to a job that she doesn't like every day, coming home with no energy because all my energy has been sucked up by this job that I hate. He gets to see me doing the things that I love and enjoy that
Hmm.
actually give me energy and keep me going. So yeah, that is being a parent is has really pushed me even more so to go after my dreams and to be the best entrepreneur or mompreneur that I can be.
Wow. That's a really awesome answer. So now we can kickstart the show, Ashton.
Yay.
Yeah. So maybe before we start before we kickstart the show, maybe you can do a short introduction about yourself. Share with us where you're from. What will you do? What were you doing parallel to you starting your own business? And what was your background like? Maybe you can share with us so that the audience out there will be familiar with you. And yep. So maybe you can share with us.
Okay, perfect. So, hey guys, and Kenneth, thank you so much for having me on the show. As you mentioned, we had a wonderful conversation a few months ago, and I'm
Mm,
just really, I like what you're doing. I support it, so I'm very
thank
honored
you.
to be on your show today. So, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for having me.
Thank you too.
And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ashton Lynne, and I am the founder of Women Who Werk. I'm from Austin, Texas.
Mm,
Texas is a wonderful state. I love my state. I love my city. If you haven't visited, you gotta come check it out. Um, and how I got into entrepreneurship, I started so I have two companies. I have Dulce Vita Public Relations, which is a marketing PR company that I started in 2010. And I started that after I graduated college from the University of Texas with a
mm,
public relations degree. And I couldn't find a PR job because they wanted, people with more experience. So I just
mm,
decided to do my own thing. And so I've had that, I guess for almost 8 years now. And then I started Women Who Werk after being in corporate America for a few years, and realizing that, working for someone else, is great because, you get a steady paycheck, which is awesome, especially when you're a single mom like me.
mm,
I'm a single mom most of the time.
mm,
I co-parent with my child's father,
mm,
but I just realized that I wanted to do something, going back to what I said earlier, of making me happy. I wanted my son to see me doing something that's passionate,
mm,
well, something that I'm passionate for. So
mm,
that's why I started Women Who Werk, and Women Who Werk gives me the opportunity to help women get rid of the stories that they've told themselves that hold them back, so that they can propel themselves forward and do the things that they've always wanted to do.
mm.
That's in a sense of what Women Who Werk is. And we hold online and in-person events, all centered around, helping women propel themselves forward. So that's a little bit about me. Of course, during the course of the interview, you'll learn more. If you do have any questions, definitely post them in the comment section.
Mm-mm.
I'm very happy to answer. And do you have anything that any other questions for me, Kenneth?
So, okay, so in fact, that brings us to the topic of the day, which is how
Okay.
to still pursue your passion while being a mom. So for you, you're pursuing your passion in the PR, in the marketing, and also being as a mom. So what is the reason that you created or you founded Women Who Work? What is the real reason? What was that inspiration or what was that desire to for you to really start it? Is it because of your own experience that you wanted to give support to more mothers, or maybe you can give us um, more deeper understanding from that?
Sure, sure. So prior to having my son, I worked, I had my company, Dulce Vita Public Relations. So I had clients, I was, helping them with their marketing, PR needs. And I knew I wanted to do something for women,
Mm-mm,
but I didn't really know what it was. And I knew I wanted to help them and provide resources for them to, help them propel themselves forward.
mm-mm,
But I didn't know what that looked like. So after having my son, that's when I realized I went through like this whole journey of, you know, I call it kind of like a huge midlife crisis at the time, because I was like, okay, I'm having this kid. Um, you know, I, I, what am I, how am I need to change some things in my life so that
mm,
I'm not working for other people, that I'm actually, working for myself.
mm-mm,
And, so in kind of going through a lot of self-development, I realized that I do want to help women. I want to help women um, discover themselves, discover who they are, and help them reach the next level.
mm-mm,
And that's essentially why I started Women Who Werk. Also to show
mm-mm,
my son, like, hey, I'm doing something passionate. I don't
mm-mm.
want to tell you that you can go after your dreams if I'm not going after my dreams. So that's what kind of tied me and or pushed me
Mm,
to start Women Who Werk, and
mm.
as an educational platform to help teach women.
Wow, wow, okay. So you were saying that you started this Women Who Work before you became a mom? Was it that?
Well, no, the idea, I had
Mm,
the idea before I was a mom, and then
mm.
and
Ah.
having my son, that's what really pushed me
Mm.
to do it. Because before I had my son, I was kind of timid, like, I had my marketing thing, but I was like, okay, what is this women thing? What is it going to look like?
Mm.
And then after having Braden, it's like, okay, when you're a mom, you go through so much.
Yep.
Especially if you have single friends, it's just hard. You have all these roles. You're trying to be everything to everyone,
Mm-mm.
and you need help and you need resources. And
Yep.
so I did a lot of soul searching and digging and looking for a lot. I did a lot of self development for myself, and I was like,
Mm.
oh, of course, there's probably tons of other women or mothers that
Mm.
are going through these same issues, that are looking for these resources but don't know where to find it, like I didn't.
Mm-mm.
So the idea behind Women Who Werk was to help women find these resources, find
Mm-mm.
this education faster than, and hopefully, really help them take off that and meet their goals faster than I
Mm.
did.
Wow, that's good. So in fact, you were toying around with the idea of women who work to give a support, but that did not happen until you have your boy, and
Right.
because
Right.
because you- because being a mom, you are juggling with a lot of stuff, and that's where you see that not just for women, for mothers, that would translate to helping mothers at the same time, because you find that there's a need for yourself, and also at the same time you are also having a lot of personal development, self development. You were learning a lot of skills and all that to help you to be better, not just
Right.
as a woman, also as a parent, I believe. And that's where you started Women Who Work, right from there when you have your child.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it was September 2015. I actually
Wow.
got a life coach,
Mm,
and he was like, so Women Who Work was literally just an idea.
mm,
And I told my life coach about it, and he was like, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to start it? Like, what do you,
mm,
and he like really pushed me to like really go for it.
mm,
You know, and I just did it. I was like, as a parent, what do
mm.
I have nothing to lose,
Yeah,
life
yeah.
is short. I'm busy anyway. Might as well be, busy doing something that I'm actually passionate about.
So in that case, I see that you started off as an entrepreneur, you start your own PR company,
Mhm.
and you transit into being a parent. So does your business has any transformation after you became a mom, or you were still servicing the same clients, or were you doing things that are different, or were there any changes to that? Maybe you
I laugh because, whew, after becoming a parent, so things were cool, but having a PR firm, or a PR company, you work a lot. You're
yeah.
working 24 hours. Especially with digital marketing. I mean, everything goes 24/7. So I was working really crazy hours. Working into the night. I was just available whenever my clients needed me to
Mm-mm.
be. And so after getting pregnant and really having my son, with breastfeeding, and
Mm.
then just having a kid that you have to, feed every 2 hours, diaper, and yeah, I couldn't handle it. With my
Mm.
PR company, I had three clients, and it was very hard to, oh, I have a conference, but hey, my kid, I need to breastfeed him right now. Trying to write emails and having your kid running around, like it was
Mm.
crazy. So after a year, I was like, okay, I have to go back to corporate America, and because this is just too crazy, I need a set schedule. I need to work set hours
Mm.
because it was just very overwhelming. Also, because I am a single mom,
Mm.
90% of the time. Um, my child's father gets him, not or every other weekend, and sometimes a little bit more than that. But doing everything myself was very difficult. So I
Mm.
went back to corporate America, and that kind of gave me, it was good in the sense that it helped me, get a schedule,
Mm.
and I got to learn some additional skills that I didn't know before. I
Mm.
was working with a really good team of people, and I got to work from home a little bit, so that was all great. And
Mm.
so I actually left corporate America. So I then started Women Who Work while I was there, and I
Mm.
still had my PR
Ah,
clients. So I was still doing my businesses while being in corporate America, while being a mom,
wow.
and I did that for almost 4 years, and that got difficult. I was like, "Oh my god!" Then it was kind of like, "Well, you're
How
doing
do you
this
do that?
Right. I love, corporate America is awesome. And, but I have these passions. And so it got to the point where my passions I started to be more passionate about my passions, of course, because they're my passions, versus what I was doing in corporate America. So I
Mm-mm.
actually left corporate America in October to just
Mm.
focus on my businesses. So it's been great. Like, I wake up happy. Of course, there's challenges and everything, but they're
Mm-mm.
different challenges. And I'm just so excited. Like when I come home
Mm.
from the day, I have energy to cook for my son. I have energy to like go to the grocery store. I don't have to sit in, an hour and a half of traffic every day.
Mm.
It's been great.
Yeah. So what? So you were saying that you left in October, is it?
Yes, yes.
October. I wish was it last year or the year before?
No, this like a couple months ago, like October
Oh,
20,
okay.
I think it was
Okay.
October 27th, 2017.
Wow, wow, that's awesome. And congrats also at the same time. But what makes you make that switch? Because if I'm not wrong, you went back to corporate America in 2015. So you were in corporate America for a
Well,
year plus or
no, I went to back to corporate America in 2014.
14. So
Yeah,
you had
2014.
had
So it was
about
almost
2 years,
years.
4 years.
It
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been 4 years.
Mm.
Actually, in a couple of days on January 21st.
Wow.
Would have been 4 years.
So what makes you wanted, although because it's for passion, but I believe that you income wise you're getting pretty paid well, going back to corporate America and
Right.
having a job. And were you worried when you decided to stop working, to leave corporate America and pursue your business, your passion? Were you worried, or were there any thing that's stopping you, or basically you had enough and you just want to move on?
Well, see, I was very fortunate. As I said, while I was in corporate America, I still had my businesses. So I
Mm,
still had my clients, or at least two of them. I had two
mm,
clients the whole
mm-mm.
time I was in corporate America. And I somehow mustered enough energy to keep working with them and
Wow.
keep getting them results. So
Mm.
when I decided to leave corporate America, one of my clients offered to match my salary. So it was
Oh.
like, whoa, okay, yeah,
So it's like
you
a
know,
blessing in disguise.
it was a blessing in disguise, and
Mm,
I look back and I'm like, "Wow, all of those blood, sweat, and tears, all of those
mm-mm.
late nights that I
It's all
spent
worth.
not getting any sleep, you know, um, and missing, honestly, some time with my son has
Mm,
finally, paid off.
mm-mm,
I'm very fortunate in that I
mm,
have clients that I have been working with for years.
mm-mm.
One of them I've been working with for 7 years. Uh, is it seven? Actually, almost 9 years. And
Wow,
then the
that's
other one I've been working with for 3 years.
mm-mm,
So these are people that know me, that I have very great relationships with,
mm.
and so I was not scared at all. I
Wow,
was
wow, that
just
that is
happy and
really,
ready for it.
because it is really amazing that you were juggling your business with two clients. I believe that there will be some demands from them, like the work, like the projects that you're doing. At the same time, you're also managing. Were you in corporate America? Were you doing PR and marketing?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I was.
So it's like you have to juggle all the projects all at one time, and at the same time, being a single mom, you have to do the breastfeeding, you have to take care of your child, especially during the first I would say the first 2 years would be really tough for you because
Yeah,
he's still an infant and
right,
requires more attention. But as he grew to now, he's 4 years old. I guess he needed even more attention because he can speak, can converse with you. He need your attention, and
right.
everything just come at the right time. That now you are working from home, right?
Yeah,
Largely.
well, I have an office that I go into,
Mm-mm.
but it's like 10 minutes from my house, very close. So it's it's awesome versus an hour and a half worth of traffic every day.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So it works out great.
Mm-mm.
I have like my own office,
Mm-mm.
and it's good. I love working from home, but it's
Mm.
also good to come to an office and kind of be in
Yes.
my own space and
Yes.
get my energy and my synergy going.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
so
Yeah,
it's
in the
it's
office
great.
environment, it will still push you to work even more efficiently. Because
Right.
I believe at home, like for me, I most of the time I work from home, but I do have an office in downtown. So sometimes when I really need 100% focus and concentration, I would need to go to office. Because at home, the bedroom seems a bit luring. It will kind of like attract you to go and, oh, maybe I could take some nap and stuff like that, or maybe I can watch TV or I can chill it. But in the office, you can't.
Right. For me, it's like, oh, if I'm at home, oh, I need to do some laundry,
Yeah,
or let me clean this up, or clean this, or clean that. So yeah, it's good to be in an office where that's not an option.
yeah. So I really really applaud you for being able to handle or to go through that 4 years of juggling everything all coming down on you. What was that thing that pushed you through these 4 years, and now you have what you wanted, your passion, even the income was matched with your previous pay. How was it like? What was the thing that pushed you through these 4 years?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. It was really, really tough. Being somewhere that I liked, but it wasn't my passion. It's
Mm,
hard waking
mm,
up every day and doing something that you're just doing for money, you know?
mm,
I mean, of course, I like the work as well, but at the end of the day, this is paying my bills, you know? This is helping me have the life that I want to live. And while
mm,
I'm grateful for that experience, what really, I guess, what did push me through it is being grateful for the experience, being grateful that I could still make, because I was still making an impact in
mm,
the company that I was working at, and I had great coworkers that
mm,
that were awesome, and but um, what really pushed me was, I guess, at the end of the day, being a mom and knowing that I have to do all of these things
mm.
because I know that it's going to pay off,
Yep.
and I can't give up. No matter
Mm,
how hard it is, I have to still, I have to keep going. I have to
yep.
see this as an opportunity to learn and grow, because everything that I'm learning in this job is going
Mm-mm.
to benefit me later.
Yes,
So,
yes.
keep going, keep taking in everything, and really just, being grateful, because
Yep.
sometimes we get bitter. And I really tried not to get bitter, because when you're
Mm,
working your passion, it's like, why can't I just do this? Can I just quit today and just focus on
mm.
this? But I know that I'm not ready.
Yep, yep.
And there was, I mean, I swear, for like 2 years, 2, 3 years, I wanted to leave
I
and
believe
just work on
you.
my passion. But I knew that I wasn't ready, and there was a
Mm,
reason why I was still there, and I had to keep going every day, keep learning, keep doing my job, not checking out,
mm,
still producing results,
mm,
because for when that opportunity came.
mm. I believe like for your case, this is where I love to talk to mompreneurs, because whenever they wanted to start a business, and I would say that now in today's era, on today's time, it's all possible, because like for you, you can work from home, you can work from a laptop, as long you have connection,
Right.
internet connection, you have a laptop, you are able to do your work anywhere, mobile. And for you, because you are into digital marketing, into PR, which a lot of communication is, as long as the internet, you are able to do that. And because that is your passion in doing marketing, in doing public relation, in connecting people. And it also boils down to, it also convert to your business, which you are handling your clients. And you mentioned something that you cannot give up on pursuing this passion, and also pursuing entrepreneurship and having a business, because you know that um, having a business will be able to buy you back time, because as a business owner, you are able to live life on your own terms, and
Right.
be able to control of your own time, rather than you being in a job. But you pull through, because you see the realistic part. And all this is possible because of the power of internet. You are able to do your day work, and also hustle on your business on a part-time basis. And opportunity just came, and one of the clients just offered you, and that allows you to transit 100% full-time onto a business, which is something that what I share in my book, that now is a good time for moms to you do not have to give up your full-time job. You can just build something on your passion on a part-time basis. Once your part-time business became a full-time income, you can always have a freedom to choose. Like for you, you
Right.
basically you just showed that it's possible. Although
Right.
4 years, but you hustle on because of the desire to be with to spend more time with your children, with your boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's really important. I mean, kids grow really fast.
Mm.
And so to have the opportunity to be there for my son, like, especially one of my major client that I work where I
Mm-mm.
spend most of my time, um, he's like, "Oh, your son's sick, go," "Hey, your son has a program, go." Like,
Mm.
I can it's just like,
He's
even
very
right now,
supportive.
I was like, "Hey, I have this interview until 9:30, so no one bother me." And he was like, "Okay, great, good luck." It's really, having a uh, supportive
Mm.
people around you, especially when it
Yep.
comes to business. Of course, not everyone is going to be supportive, and it
Yes.
comes down to, obviously business making money.
Mm. Mm.
But if you can put yourself in situations where you do have, mentors
Mm.
and people that truly support you, people that are going to tell you the truth, and most of all, people that are going to push you to do and be your best,
Yep.
like, those are the people that you need to hang around. Like, I honestly, I don't have a ton of mom friends.
Mm.
I have, a few, a good amount, but most of my friends are actually single
Mm.
women.
Mhm.
And, I find that, pushes me honestly to work harder, because it's not that I'm trying to keep up with,
Mm.
my single friends, or that I really compare myself to them, but I see them grinding and I see them doing a lot of stuff that honestly
Mm.
I can't do all of that, but
Yep.
I still see, them making progress. And I'm like, okay, let me make progress. I can still make progress. I don't have to just sit here and just be a mom and not achieve my goals. Although I may not be able to spend, a ton of time, growing, on social media all
Mm.
day,
Yep.
I can still do what I can do.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so, excuse me, sorry guys.
No problem.
uh, I found that having, surrounding myself with the right people has been
Mm.
crucial to me being able to do what I do now, and for me to have the opportunities that I have now.
Wow. That is really good. And then you touch on the point which is surround yourself with the like-minded people and people that can push you, that people that can bring you to the next level, and maybe people that can push you to reach your goal faster. Would I say that?
Right.
Yeah. So so having that, I can see that how passionate you are, and how is it like now, having everything in place? What is your next step? Like now you are in 100% in your business. So what is the next step for you?
You know what, Kenneth? I've really taken time, because this is what I've wanted. I'm
Mm,
here,
yeah.
but I found that I still haven't arrived, because I
Mm,
can't settle, I can't get comfortable.
yeah.
I have to keep pushing myself. So it's what, January 15th.
Mm,
I'm on my second, like, January 15th. I'm on my second audiobook of the year. I
wow.
I'm I've read one whole book.
Mm-mm,
Um, like, I've done so many things that I've been wanting to do,
mm,
as far as like personal development and just really pushing myself hard within reason though. Like, I mean, like, last Saturday I was in bed all day until 6. I still take time, for myself.
which is good.
But
Which is good.
right. So I found that I'm pushing myself. I'm trying to be more efficient,
Mm-mm,
but I'm not getting comfortable. And I found that I'm thriving in that way. I'm making
mm,
progress. I'm taking my vision and breaking it out into chunks,
mm-mm,
and just, accomplishing goals, taking things step by step.
mm-mm,
What's next? You know what? I have my vision of what I want to grow, my
mm,
company, Women Who Werk. I have a vision of
mm,
what I want that to look
mm-mm,
like. Um, and, hopefully, I will get there, but I'm taking it more so now as, let me just make progress every
mm,
day. Let's make progress every week.
mm-mm.
Let's make progress,
Yeah,
and let's
just
see
one step at
where
a
I am at the
time.
end of
Mm,
the. Right, because when you put too many expectations on yourself,
Mm.
then you don't enjoy it as
Yep,
much.
yep. Because you do not want your passion to die off, because a
Right,
passion that is being forced is no longer a passion. And for you, you want to
right,
enjoy the progress. And for
right,
you, I see that you enjoy growing yourself, and
right.
that's very
Huge,
important
huge.
for entrepreneur, especially for mom. And it's not just onto business that you have to grow, right? Also like
Oh,
emotion
no.
intelligence, your psychologically you have to be prepared and all that, you
It's
have to grow.
crucial,
Mm.
crucial. Like, I'm a very strong-minded and motivated person, but it wasn't until I got pregnant and had my son that I realized, "Oh, crap. I have some stuff that I need to deal with, and I need to
Mm.
be very mentally strong
Yep.
so that my issues," when you're a parent, you're gonna do some things that are gonna pass on into your kid, and they
Mm.
may not all be some of them won't be good. And so I take great, pride in working on myself to minimize those bad habits and things that
Mm.
I don't want my son to do, because kids learn more so
Yeah,
by example. You can tell them to
correct.
do something,
Mm.
but, they learn by example. So one thing, my son's a very polite person. He's always saying thank you and
Mm.
very polite. And
Yeah,
then, and that's because I am,
yeah, yeah,
and I didn't have to really tell him to do that. He
yeah,
sees me. So
yeah.
I'm really big on leading by example,
Mm.
huge on it, because I know that my son's watching me,
Yeah.
and I need to be the person that I want to be so
Mm.
that he can grow and learn himself.
Yeah. And what I really totally agree with you, because as parents we are like a mirror for them. It's also a mirror for us, because if let's say we are not a good role model for them, they will reflect the bad habits that we have.
Right,
Yeah, and also the things that we how we speak, how we address, and whether are we polite to people. And because that I believe that you also have we do have friends that they always want their child or their children to do things that they are not doing. For example, be polite to people when they are not polite to people, when they
right,
are not helping
right,
people. Yeah, so it's always like that, because there's always a demanding, there's always a requirement, but they are um, not a good role model for the children. And why would the children follow? Because children are really simple. Is like what in Asia we always say, monkey see, monkey do. Yeah,
hmm
so they just follow what you do. They are very good at duplicating. Like if you look at ourselves, we follow a lot of things that our parents do.
right,
If not the same, it will be the opposite, totally opposite. Like if my dad is someone who's very aggressive, then I will be someone who's very mellow. I'm not angry all the time. So it's totally opposite. So it's either one. But like what you say, like we have to be great role models. And I believe that uh, being an entrepreneur, being a mompreneur, because having a business, you need to have the mental and the heart,
right,
and also the psychological part to handle all kinds of situation, that
right,
you need a lot of personal development. And with that you became a better person, better
right,
mom, better business owner to your clients at the
right,
same time, because you are in control. And that is a very good example for our children. I believe that now your boy is 4, and as he's grow up, seeing your business grow, he'll be able to see and also embed all the entrepreneurship in him. He'll be able to be resilient. He will be able to be more persistent, determined, confident, and all that, all from you.
right,
Yeah,
right.
so this is
Yeah,
really important.
I totally agree. Yeah, the self development is crucial
Mm.
because
Okay, sorry guys, I think there's some connection. Okay, give us some moment and we'll be back. Okay, because Ashton, her computer died. It could be that it ran out of battery, and she'll be back in a moment. And while she's coming back, you guys can maybe hang on for a while, and when she's back, I will come back to you guys. Hi everyone, welcome back. Ashton is back with us. So as we were talking about, we were talking about good role models, and also how parents being good role models is very important. So Ashton, you were sharing with us about something on being role models.
Yeah, I think being a good role model for, your kid is super, super important. For me, I'm able to be I want to, even before, I think it's so important that women know and that women believe that just because you have a kid doesn't mean you have to give up your dreams. You don't have to give up your passion. Like, don't tell yourself that story because it's not true. You can still be the person and the mom, the woman that you want to be, although you have kids. Yes, it's tougher. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it leads to, those in the first couple of years you don't get a lot of sleep, and then your kid gets older, you think you can get some sleep. But when you go down the path of being an entrepreneur, yeah, you have those sleepless nights, you have more of those.
Hmm.
But that it is so important to still walk your path because your kid needs to see that. Yes,
Hmm.
you're a mom and that's important and that's part of your path, but don't a mother I don't believe that, like being a mom is part of me. It's not the only thing that defines me. And
Hmm.
so I still need to be my own person. My son needs to see me with my friends. Like the other night I took my son to dinner on Saturday, and my friends, they're single, so they're like, "Oh, we're gonna meet at 8 o'clock." And I'm like, "Okay, let's go." And then they're like, "Oh no, 8:30." And I was like, "Guys, like my son has to eat dinner. Like we can't be eating at 9 p.m." So they came, and then I was like, it was downtown, and I was like, I'm kind of uncomfortable. Like, should my son be out here? It's cold. And he had such a great time.
Hmm.
And he got to meet my friends. We were like at this place. He was the only kid at the restaurant, but he got to eat good, fancy food, and it was awesome. And so he got to see, oh, mom, I like those friends,
Hmm.
I think it's very important for your kids to see you as who you are and not just as a mom.
Yeah, and you touch on a very, very important point, which is like even you become a mom, you are still a woman. You still have friends. You still have your
Right.
ladies night and all that stuff. You can still have
Right.
that. Just that I believe that your friends will be really understanding to accommodate or to have your boy along. And this is what I see that is lacking in a lot of parents, especially in the Asian context. That a lot of parents they felt that once they become a mom, they cannot have their ladies' night. They cannot be doing the gym that they always do.
Right.
And that I realized that that is where a lot of them are very depressed, and a lot of them
Right.
felt that they are not pretty anymore. They are losing their shape. They are losing their figure, and their husband don't love them anymore. The husband feel that they are like what we call housewife and haggard women, haggard mommy, and all that. And I see that a lot in the Asia context. I do not know whether is it also common over on your side.
I mean, it kind of depends on the woman, but
Hmm.
for me, I made a choice that
Hmm.
hey, yeah, I'm a mom, but that I still have to do what I want to do. So yeah,
Hmm.
sometimes, I come home some evenings and I'm like, "Hey baby, we're going to play for 30 minutes and that's it. That's all I have. But for this 30 minutes, you have me for this full 30 minutes." And that's better than nothing, and that's
Mm-mm.
better than, "Oh, I'm going to give you 3 hours." But then I'm going to be mad because then I have to do, all this stuff after you go to bed. I think,
Mm-mm.
and then when it goes to friends, like one of the friends I went out with on
Mm-mm.
Saturday, she invites me to all of these things. Like every week there's something else she's inviting me to, and I can't go. And
Mm.
and she knows that, and I say I'm sorry, sorry, like keep sending them. Hopefully one day I'll get to go, but she understands that.
Mm.
So it
Yep.
goes back to having the right people around you.
Mm.
If you have people that don't understand that you're a mother and you can't
Mm.
just do any and everything you want to do, or go to all of these things, they are not your friend.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you don't have to be friends with those type of people. If you only have two friends that
Mm.
understand you, hey, that's better than having 20 people that make you, that put you in situations where you question who you are. Like those aren't true friends.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important that also mothers learn, like, hey, you have to walk your own path, and you
Mm.
have to be strong, and you have to sometimes, you are going to be alone. And and sometimes you will lose friends and lose business partners or whatever it may be. But as long as you know who you are
Hmm.
and you're being the best that you can be, you're gonna be happy.
Yep.
Stop
Yep.
comparing. Don't compare yourself to other people because their path isn't your path. I have friends that are single moms, but we
Hmm.
have totally different paths. I'm way, but we support each other. And at the
Mm-mm.
end of the day, it's just, finding that support. So for women that are feeling like they can't, or moms that are feeling like they can't pursue their passion,
Mm.
yeah, you can. You may not be able to work 24 hours, but you can still do something.
Yep. Yep.
It takes, like I said earlier, those little steps and
Mm.
finding the people that support you. So making time to go to networking events, making
Mm-mm.
time if you can't go to networking events. Hey, there's the internet. Looking on Instagram, finding people that are doing the same things to you. You
Yeah.
just have to break it down into smaller chunks so you can do the things that you can do
Mm-mm.
within based on your life. And I
Yep.
think that's when it doesn't get easier, but at least it gets more, it gets
Yep.
doable, and you're like, okay, I can do that. And then you'll grow and grow and grow,
Mm-mm.
that's the kind of some advice that I can share on that.
Yeah, which is really good because like for you, you talk about have if if you don't have a lot of time to do it, like because you have a job, you can always
Mhm.
put it into small bites, like step by
Right,
step, and it's better than you not doing anything and not taking the
right,
first step and not even spending 1 hour a day to even build a business or build your passion or pursue your passion. And that was what you did. You spent 4 years building your business while you're having your own job in corporate
right.
America, and which is something that is remarkable because a lot of people, a lot of parents or a lot of people out there, they wanted to do their business, to build their business, but a lot of them are not willing to sacrifice or even take out time or make time for their business with that hours. They would rather go to watch maybe Game of Thrones or maybe some Netflix and or even do some spa where it's always output, but they always complain that they are not able to pursue their passion or even to build a business of their ideal business, maybe a e-commerce business where they are spending all the time doing things that are not bringing them closer to their goals. And what I see
Right.
in a lot of mompreneurs is their desire and their passion revolves around their children. Like for you, if not for your boy, I guess you may take your business slowly, and
Mhm.
because you have because of your boy, you wanted to spend more time, and you know that being in the job you are not able to spend a lot of time with him because of the demand, and that's why you keep on building your passion, building your business on the side. And now after 4 years, you see that your business has grown, which is really really wonderful. And now I guess time has really fly, and we have really shared a lot, and I really want to hear more from you, Ashton. But is there like about the passion? Is there any point of time that you see that your passion is diminishing or depleting? Is there any point in these 4 years that you were hustling, you were maybe you were burnt out, that you felt that you are losing the passion? Is there any time that was like that?
Yeah, so there were times where I was like, "Oh my god, I can't do this. I don't have enough time in the day to do all of these things. I'm I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul." That's the saying that we say here in America, which means I'm I'm working in corporate America. All my energy is going there, so I don't have energy for my businesses and
Mm,
barely enough energy for my son. So there were times where I definitely question, maybe I should just give up all of my side hustles so I can just
mm.
go to work and come home, hopefully, and have enough energy for my son and not have to work on weekends on my business. But I knew that that would only make me happy for a certain amount of time. And
Mm,
I was looking towards longevity,
mm,
things
mm,
that were going to make me happy over the course of my life, not
mm,
just
mm.
for little wins. I was looking for, hey, I want to get, some big wins
Yeah.
where it's going to be, sustainable.
Mm,
So
mm.
yeah, there were times, and what pushed me is just like, hey, that's the other thing. It's not a quick race. It's a
Yeah.
marathon. In
Yes.
fact, it's something that you're going to do the rest of your life, hopefully.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
so being able to be flexible, to be
Mm, mm.
comfortable with change, to
Mm-mm.
be to not be so hard on yourself, to be self-compassionate when things
Mm.
don't go the way that you want, but to know that, hey, I'm growing, I'm making mistakes, but every day I'm making a mistake and I'm gonna get it back up and I'm gonna
Mm.
keep going.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing, because you just got to keep going. If you really believe in something,
Mm-mm.
it's not, they say people think success is a straight line, but it's
Mm.
not. It's like, and then
It's,
you get there. So I think it's important for women just to know that it is a marathon, and you
mm-mm.
have to just keep going,
Mm-mm.
and don't give up, because it may take 10 years. Hey, I could have been in corporate America for another 10 years,
Mm.
but I still would have kept working on my business.
Mm-mm.
It
Yeah,
didn't
and
matter the time.
yeah, and you
One thing too,
mm.
Kenneth, I think a
No,
lot of
go.
people these days want things really quickly. They want
Yeah, like
things to happen
microwave.
overnight. Right, and that's not the way it works. Like, a lot of
Mm.
people that, like, one thing, like Oprah didn't get
Mm.
her first
Yes.
TV show, I think she was 32.
Mm.
So, I love to look at the success stories of others,
Mm-mm.
not to compare myself, but just to see their journey to keep me
Yep.
motivated. A lot of people, their success did not happen overnight. Um,
Yes.
you have to look at all the things that they did, all the hours that they spent,
Mm-mm.
all the bloodshed, tears, all the no's that they
Yeah.
got to
Mm.
get to where they are. Nothing happens overnight. It's about being prepared,
Mm-mm.
preparing yourself so that when the opportunity comes, you can jump on it and take it.
Mm. And I like the part where you talk about because the thing that you overcome all the depleting of your passion is by looking things at the long term, which is the longevity of it, rather than a short term where most people are looking at short term gains, short term wins and all that, and that's where they are not able to reach their goal. As for you and a lot of successful people, they look at long term and they deploy patience. That means patient in their business. They don't like for you. I believe that you don't see that your business will take off in another 5-10 years. You just keep doing, you just keep hustling, and you know that eventually one day your business will take off. I believe that you have that in mind as a
Right.
long term basis, and you deploy patience because you know that as long you keep going, you keep the consistency, you are able to reach your end goal ultimately. Like a marathon runner, no marathon runner start the marathon sprinting. They start it slow and
Right.
steady, and once they gain momentum, they start picking it up. But they are consistent even until the finishing line. Yeah, because
Right.
I did a marathon before and I feel that. And towards the end of the marathon, that's where all the blister, that's where all the aches, that's where all the muscle is not working properly, and that is the last stretch of it. Yeah, so I can
Right.
see, yeah, you are now in the middle of the marathon, and I'm so grateful that you have shared so much. So how can the audience get connected with you, Ashton?
Okay, yeah. So there's Women Who Werk is the name of my company, and it's
Mm,
WERK work.
mm, mm,
And you can find us on Women Who Work on Facebook, on
mm,
it's Women Who Work ATX on
mm,
Instagram. And then all my personal accounts are it's Ashton Lynne in with LYNNE.
mm,
Please connect with me if you I love, sharing my story, sharing my passion, offering advice to women. I
mm,
also do coaching through Women Who Work on life planning as well as self discovery. So if
mm.
anyone's looking for anything to really propel themselves to the next level, like, please, reach out to me, because I'm more than willing to help and give advice.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton. And for those who are watching, I will include the link below how to connect with Ashton, and you can see the link. And on the other thing is for really thankful for Ashton for today, and also now we are coming to the end of the show. Now is your time for your question of the day. So are you ready with your question of the day for the out to the audience and also to the next guest?
Yeah. Um, I was thinking of it. I'm going to go with um instead of being so serious,
Hmm.
I'm gonna ask the ladies, if you had any superpower in the world, what
Uh,
would it be
wow, if you
and why?
have any superpower in the world?
If you had the chance, yeah. If you had the chance to have any superpower in the world, what would it be and why?
Hmm. If you have the chance to have any superpower in the world, what would it be, right?
Yeah, and why? Yeah. And I would like to answer that question really quick. So for me, I would want to speak every language in the world just so I can
Wow.
connect with everyone because I love talking and connecting, learning about new cultures. So that would be my superpower.
Wow, that is the first type of superpower that I learned that I know of. I never know of any superhero that has that superpower.
No.
I guess who Wonder Woman has that. Yeah, because she's able to speak a lot of language. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
watch Wonder Woman, I remember that. Like, so you can be Wonder Woman. Wonder
Hey.
Woman be that superhero. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so maybe I'll just repeat your question of the day so that the audience out there will be able to know. So your question of the day is: if you have the chance to have any superpower in the world, what would it be and why? So
Mhm.
am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's the question.
So out to the audience, the question of the day, I will be posting it below in the comment section. So for those who are watching and for those who are watching replay, do post us with your question to Ashton's question of the day, and this question will be posted to the next guest. So Ashton, any last advice for the mothers who are sitting on the fences, thinking whether they should pursue their passion or they would should they even step into entrepreneurship? Any last advice for them?
Yes, I would say stop questioning stop questioning yourself so much and just take action. Be
Hmm.
consistent and just keep pushing forward no matter what. Keep trying. Don't give, and don't give up. Don't let people's negative opinions get in the way of you getting to where you want to be. Be
Hmm.
optimistic. Stay strong and wake up every day. Hey, sometimes you might need to take a month off of not doing anything, and that is okay. Do you? Practice self-care, take care of yourself, go and get your nails done and get pedicures if you want to while working. That's the thing that I do now. I take my computer and so I'll write a blog post while I'm getting a pedicure to make sure I'm still working. And the pedicure is my reward. But yeah, be consistent. Do you practice self-love, love your kids, be there for them, be there for your family, be there for your friends, but most of all, be there for yourself.
Wow. That is really a huge chunk of really great advice from you, Ashton. And for those who are watching, do take note. And for those who are watching replay, thank you for watching. And for those who are watching it live, thank you for making time. And if you have any question, do post it below in the comment section for me or even for Ashton, regarding about passion and about pursuing your passion or even entrepreneurship. So so, Ashton, thank you for today and thank you for making the time. I know that we can go on and on, but I
Yes.
would really would love to invite you again onto the later episode. And today, Kenneth here signing off with Ashton, and thanks everyone for watching. And I
Bye.
hope you guys like this. If you like this, do subscribe. And if not, you can like my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/mother industrialist. So do check it out. And also at the same time, there's a link below which is for you to register for a free downloadable copy of my book, which is www.motherindustrialistbook.com. So for those who are watching, thank you very much. And thanks, Ashton. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye,
And I see you
guys.
guys in the next episode. See ya. Bye bye.
Bye.